keep on walking, keep on talking, marching down to freedom.
Back in 1965, I was 13 years old, and prejudice and segregation was just the order of the day.
I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking.
Living in Selma was a hard time, but we made it, and we're still making it. And so it's very disheartening to see that progress that we made go backwards.
We praise and love those that paid the price 47 years ago, but the best compliment to them is to continue to fight right now. You can't dedicate a statue to Dr. King in Washington and then go to 31 states and revoke the voting rights bill he put on the books. You are not trying to stop voter ID fraud. You are identifying who you want to vote, and we are not going to allow you to do it.
We came here today to retrace the footsteps of the marchers that took this same path over 46 years ago. It's a historical and touching moment for me, myself personally, but it's kind of, downheartening to think that 47 years ago, we made this march fighting for people's rights to vote, justice on the job, and equality in this country, and yet 47 years later, we're still having to make this same march.
I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama.
Read about it, but to actually be a part of it, to meet people who actually went through it, to be with people who believe in the work that we got to continue to do, this is just more than I can take. This is just unbelievable to me. This is what it's about, and I keep asking the question, what was different then? What motivated the people to want to, do more?
Today we're walking and joining our sisters and brothers who are fighting to ensure that our right to vote is protected. Joining certainly our immigrant sisters and brothers as we fight for comprehensive immigration reform in this country. And we join today for workers' rights, knowing that this is not just a symbolic march for us, but this is really a march toward justice to ensure that our country continues to move forward.
I'm here today because we're walking on the footsteps of men and women who in 1965 dared to take a stand, and we're walking in the footsteps of people like the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. to remind ourselves that the struggle is still here today.
We cannot stand by and just allow the simple right to be able to vote to be taken away from us. There is a connection between human rights, civil rights, and worker rights. And as most of you remember, Dr. King died because he was helping sanitation workers, right? And so we know that there's a connection between those three, and we all just need to remember that.
We are building a movement for democracy and economic justice.
So here we are in the streets of Montgomery, Alabama, in front of Dr. King's church. And today, 47 years later, we're still in the streets fighting for our rights. Workers' rights, voting rights, immigrant rights, the fight for economic justice.
Fight for your rights!
Fight for your rights!
United fight!
United fight!
Morning, noon, and night!
Morning, noon, and night!
Morning, noon, and night!
Morning, noon, and night!
Fight for workers' rights!
Fight for workers' rights!
Fight for labor rights!
Fight for labor rights!
Fight for migrant rights!
Fight for migrant rights!
Fight for human rights!
Fight for human rights!
The laws in Alabama are not immigration laws. They're Jim Crow laws.
Vamos a hacer esta oración dando gracias a Dios por hacernos entender de que todos somos iguales, que Él creó un mundo igual para todos.
We are not each other's enemies. We're not each other's competition. We're not each other's adversary. If we lock arms like we did coming down Highway 80 and cooperate rather than compete, we can make America work for everybody.
I am somebody. I am somebody. Respect me. Protect me. Never neglect me. Red and yellow.
brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight. Everybody is somebody. Stop the violence. Save the children. Stop the violence. Save the children. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one.
This is what it's about, coming together in unity and fighting for our rights and stop the voter suppression and stopping the attacks on unions. People as diverse as this coming together, it's everybody's fight.
One people.
One people.
One family.
One family.
Let us pray.
Let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, I'll keep on talking.
I lost my voice today on the march, but I didn't lose my hope or commitment to building this movement. CWA can help lead this movement, and we will do it and fight for it and work for it for as long as it takes.
Turn me around, I'm gonna keep on walking, I'll keep on talking, marching up the freedom way.
I feel as if this is one of the moments where the covers have been taken off my eyes. The wool has been removed. The light is very apparent. The tunnel no longer seems long. The march no longer seems hard. My feet no longer hurt. Things that move me, things that depress me, things that keep me down no longer, as I feel, will hold me down. I'm ready to move on. It's been inspiring, encouraging, and enlightening. Thank you. See you guys on the next trip.
Up for the future, and down for the 1%. I said down with the 1%. Say up for right. Say up for right. Say up for right. And down with the 1%. And down with the 1%. I say up for the 99. I say up for the 99. I say up for the 99. And down with the 1%. Say down with the 1%.